SOS. 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 I got you yelling SOS. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS. SOS, SOS. See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. We get to it, yeah, we do it, yeah, I go up. We influence, yeah, see me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they ain't no dog, I'm big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like whoa. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest, stand on business, I'm too tall. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS. SOS, SOS. See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Rank starter from a mascot. Winter rollies from a G-Shock. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetop. Winter image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fee's not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS. SOS, SOS. See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS, SOS, SOS. See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. On my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed with making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 For real, for real, really real, really real, really real, really real, for real, for real, for real, for real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just where I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. On my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Let's get it. Let me make sure I'm all systems go here. Do look good here. Everything does look like it's working. And yeah, let's get into it. Tuesday today. Let's have a look what we got going on the charts and take it from there. So start off with the news today. As always, check what we got going on. Looks pretty clean. Whole day clean actually. A little bit of AUD news. Nothing really relevant for my pairs. If you're trading the AUD, then yeah, you have a bit of monetary policy meetings. So you can keep that in mind. That's not till around 30 minutes after New York Open here. Now, otherwise, we look pretty clean, right? We look pretty clean here. Nothing really to be worried about. So let's have a look, nevertheless, at the charts here. See what we got going on. So start off here on daily time frame. As always, need to see the bigger picture before seeing the smaller picture. So daily time frame closed back inside the range after a breakout candle. We have almost tapped daily support right now, so we're close to daily support, right? But haven't really tapped it just yet. We have found some support, but what we've done yesterday is we retraced the news move. So over New York session, we're able to try to capitalize off that move. Wasn't as smooth as we expected it, right? We expected to have a high volume move since it was a high volume zone. Seems like the day yesterday, it didn't want to move through it high volume. Nevertheless, it did at least push through it eventually and was allowing to make some form of profit in there, which is always okay. But we didn't move as smoothly as we expected. Some wicks here. We didn't tap this 4 hour just yet. This could definitely end up being a spot where we test. Let's bring back drawings and start to mark our levels here. So have a 4 hour right here. I'm going to mark this 4 hour support, 4S. That's pretty much it, to be honest. This 30 minute is the same as a 4 hour, so we can just move this up a little bit. Boom, make this 30, well, 4 hours slash 30, 4/30. I want to see if it's still a 30 minute. I'm not sure. Yeah, looking how previous daily obviously closed bearish with it closing back in the range. Previous 4 hour also closing bullish here. So we do have mixed session. Do have a mixed session here. Meaning that we can look for both buys and sells here. We're sitting at 4 hour support at the moment here. Heavy rejection zone. This rejection zone is coming kind of from this zone here, which is actually only relevant on 15, which was the catalyst before news. So we didn't exactly tap the zone. I would consider it tapped, to be honest. But we didn't exactly tap the zone. And right now we're residing in range. So we're just ranging at the moment. And yeah, just being stuck in range. Currently, we just closed below the 4 hour support on a 15 minute. And GJ creating higher low, higher low on 4 hour. Do we take account in structure? Yeah, of course we can take that into account. But you know, we need to see price basically break above the range, which is how a mixed session would make sense. Again, today we're stuck inside of a range here. We rejected the top of the range, so right now we're coming towards the middle of the range. Of course, middle of the range, hardest place to trade. Right now, it looks like we want to break these lows. The only thing that concerns me is if you look at this mid-range here, we have a lot of support here around this 15-minute zone here. So that for me is like an area of concern. 30-minute did close nicely bearish, but this is a huge rejection zone. You can see on 5 as well. Holy crap. Yeah, a bit early as well to get the volume we need to push through. I think if you're selling, we sell from up here and rely on that being the top instead of selling from right now where it is. But this is definitely a strong zone. Something that we could get rejection. Now, since today is mixed bias, if this is just going to be a liquidity grab down first before continuing up, then yeah, we can start to look for buys, especially above 194. Buys are actually pretty straightforward there. Nice little clean range towards the left. Only issue is if we get stuck in the range today. If we get stuck in the range today, it's not going to be the best. Towards the bottom of the range, I'm also interested in buys if we respect the bottom of the range to trade back towards the top. This is a heavy rejection zone. See 1 hour, lots of rejections coming from here. You can see 4 hour heavy rejection wicks coming from here. 30 minute as well, you can just see how it's rejected. If you investigate the 5 minute, we have a support somewhere around here. This could be a zone we like to retest. We normally like to retest previous levels and then potentially bounce off. So if price wants to just dump straight through, this is the area where price can bounce off. From this zone here to here, we have around 14-15 pips. That's kind of like your major watch zone here. So I'd say if we're going to be looking for sells, right, if we're going to be looking for sells, I think it's going to be below that 15,563. Obviously watch key level here, which I'm going to put in a minute. Just bring this one down to our key level. There we go. Let's go put it here. 500 is going to be a watch here, and with volume you should be able to push through. If not, then it's not going to be the best here, right? It's not going to be the best if you can't push through. You can see the rejections coming from here. A little bit deadly, to be honest, this type of zone here. again, it's a range. What less could we expect inside of a range for it to be a little bit deadly in those zones? So yeah, right now we rejected top of range. Again, with mixed bias, this could just as well get back outside the range and we start taking buys for London session here. So to be honest, we can't knock that out the question. This 1 hour is working on a pullback. To be honest, it looks quite nice, to be honest, if we get up, right? If we manage to get or form change of structure from here. The thing I feel a bit iffy about trading inside the range, it's a little bit tight. We would have to see. I mean, it's just, you know, range trading here can be extremely, it's not like this. Down here is a pretty big clean zone, 27 pips, compared to up here. If you're looking here, it's around 11 pips. 11 pips is pretty tight, to be honest. And with the inconsistencies, you know, 18 pip stop, you want to keep maybe 15 pip. You really needed to break through. So if today we were fully bullish bias, that's the buys I would be taking. The problem is we have empty space below. So it's if it fails here, you're going to be stopped out. You know what I mean? Because it has empty space below. Whereas buying from the bottom of the range, you're kind of buying from where you expect it to hold support, right? So this is what I'm looking at here. So let's move on to GU, our second GBP pair. Hopefully that has more ranges. Yeah, GU is also ranging from yesterday. Very interesting. So we dumped late London here, came back inside the range and just ranged. Like New York session didn't really do much on GU here, and we're in the kind of same spot here. So if you understand the price action from yesterday to today, let's have a look. Previous dailies still managed to close bearish here, sitting at this daily support here. So we didn't cross below the daily support. 4 hour is still holding its 4 hour support like a king. It's actually bearish bias, to be honest, because previous 4 hour closed bearish. But this is the same scenario like yesterday, where we have it's a bearish bias, but the 4 hours making higher lows, right? So it's not a fully bearish bias, it's more mixed, especially since we're creating support and tap target here. So since we tapped target and created support, it is kind of like a mix, and we know why this has happened, because it's formed from range here. So we have this 1 hour support that price has been really struggling to get past this 1 hour support since yesterday. And yeah, right now, what are we looking like? We tried this morning to close back inside. If you look at this 15-minute candle, closed back inside, failed to break the high, no continuation, came back in, started coming back towards the downside right now. So I think with GU we need a little bit more price action, because we don't have any ranges. Sell ranges are chopped, buy ranges are chopped, until we get maybe back inside of the range. But then we have this 1 hour looming above us that we have to keep in mind here for retest and failure. So we'll have to let a little bit more price action develop on GU before looking to execute. Hopefully looking for some sort of pullbacks to continue is going to be the play here today. But yeah, we're a little bit stuck in range at the moment, so we need to actually, GU just needs to get some juice and get out, either resolve towards the downside where we can look to respect 4 hour support again and take buys, or resolve towards the upside and we wait for pullbacks to trade, or we just trade above the 1 hour support, something like that. You know, this would be a lot better and give us a lot more clarity in the markets here. So that's for GU. Let's have a look at how gold is doing. Yeah, gold's still stuck in yesterday's range, actually very close to the bottom of the range like yesterday. We are popping up at the moment here. This is the same, looking a little bit like GU, a little bit messy here at the moment. And yeah, most pairs are ranging, so I don't like when all pairs are moving the same. We want to see differences in pairs. It's actually healthy, especially as me as a trader who has different pairs to have different moves. So we're seeing GJ be in the same type of range. I mean, you could make these same charts as GJ. Like GJ literally has a range, a support in the middle of the range, and if we close below, we come down. Look at the same thing here. A range, a support in the middle of the range, you close below, that would be. So it's the same exact trade that would replicate on gold. You can see them actually moving together. GJ's moving down, gold is moving down. So they're moving together. This 15-minute candle closed bullish, GJ's 15-minute candle closed bullish. So it's actually moving exactly together. So not exactly, but you get what I'm saying. It's a little bit correlated here in terms of the way it's moving, which is not always the best thing, because we kind of want opposites so that we can be taking different trades, right? So yeah, if we come back to analyzing gold here, it's still in that same daily range. Daily time frame still respecting the daily support here. 4 hour time frame still respecting the 4 hour support here. range. So there's no real bias in a range, it's mixed bias. And you know, we need resolution of this range either towards the upside or the downside. Trading the range is of course fine as long as we have clean ranges. So realistically, the range starts to open up above the 1 hour here. Let's see that 15. Yeah, this is a 15 as well. So once we start to get above here, it actually starts to open up a little bit here, start to have some clean ranges till this previous 4 hour here. Put back, see how that 4 hours looking. Yeah, till that 4 hours where we have previous ranges too. In terms of 1 hour right now, what do it look like we are doing right now? 4 hour support still being respected like a king here. If we sell below here on gold, where are we selling into? So this is what we have to note. You're selling into another 4 hour support covered by a wick though. You are selling not into any 1 hour. You're not selling into any 30, and you're not selling into any 15. So I guess this little mid zone here, which is kind of like key level on GJ, would be the zone that you'd be selling into here. So yeah, potentially it could retest here. I would say that the buys here, we don't really have much ranges for the buys. And ideally you would be, you know, if you're going to attempt something today on gold, you're going to be attempting, right? The sells, right? That's, I think, the only clean range you have towards the downside is looking for the sells. I think today is a day we have to approach with a bit more aggressiveness. Ranges are not as wide. We're pretty narrow in terms of what price is doing here. And especially with gold, right? Gold is stuck in a range and we're at the bottom of the range. So selling at the bottom of the range is always going to be harder than buying. Difference is we don't have the biggest buying range. We don't have the biggest buying range. Look at yesterday. We have ranges. Clean candles here, clean candles here. Fine. Look at today. We do have clean candles, but not where we are right now. Our clean range is above 2049, 2350, I mean 2650. That's realistically where our clean range is. So if we're looking at this logically, if we can start to leave this 2469, yeah, I mean at 2649, holy shit, would be great, right? That's the ideal scenario what we'd be looking for, because the last thing I want on a Tuesday is to give back Monday's profits and get chopped inside of a range, right? We don't want to do that. So we kind of need just price action to develop and react accordingly. We have zones where we know we're going to execute. Let's see how price behaves in those zones, right? Especially on GJ, we have to be careful. Look at, this is information you need to be taking, you know, to right now. This is very important information, what it's doing right now, how it broke the lows and started rejecting, showing you that this is not an easy zone for continuation. We are struggling. There's buying pressure coming from this zone, right? Which is obviously not what you want if you're going to be a seller. Now, if we're going to be a buyer in a little bit, yeah, we don't mind, right? I wish this actually pulled back to here and then created this. We'd have a bigger range here. It's about 11 pips to this, 5 pips to here, because you have to consider this 5 minute. Think about it, like when we're ranging, things get tighter and tighter and tighter. So 5 minute is gonna have a roll here. Imagine when we retest, where do you think we're gonna retest? We're gonna retest this 5 minute zone. If we retest this 5 minute zone from break of high, which would be setup 2 entry, it's only 6 pips away, and you'd have to probably get stop break even. Now you can't just leave this trade TPSL because your SL is in the middle of the range. It's a high attack zone. What I mean by it's a high attack zone is you can see many times price wants to attack the middle of the range, right? Look at this. Attack, attack, attack. You can see how many times we attack the middle of the range, right? So leaving your stop loss here to be vulnerable to attacks is going to be extremely difficult. Whereas if you look at how we respect the bottom of ranges, it's very impulsive moves. Once a support is created, liquidity grab, it's more smooth. So leaving your stop loss here is going to be a lot safer because there's a high chance we're just going to react off it immediately instead of doing these little liquidity grabs here, which obviously if your stop was here, these would all catch you out, right? Including this one right here. So that is something you have to consider. So leaving the range is always the best opportunity, as will just cut all of that BS and we'll have clear vision in front of us. If we do manage to close below here, sells will be an option, but we just have to be aggressive if we start to see liquidity grabs. If we start to see liquidity grabs like this, kind of want to get out of that. You don't want to be holding through that. So we'll know in 8 minutes here. In 8 minutes we'll know. So yeah, that's the analysis for today. Hope you guys learned something in the analysis and enjoyed the analysis. If you did, you know what to do. Leave a like on the stream. Do the YouTube business. Hate to say it, but part of the game. Appreciate every one of you showing up for the analysis. And yeah, let's see what's gonna cook for us today. I had a plan of taking higher time frame buys on 4-hour GJ as we create higher low formed by strong bullish candle close. Yes, the only problem with that and the threat if in your higher time frame thinking right now is you haven't retested any higher time frame zones. Right? You've not really retested this zone. Yeah, you can argue this zone right here. But again, you have to be a little bit careful because I mean you can use daily support to protect you. I mean, yeah, it could work. I do agree with it, of course, but you'd want to leave this zone here. You know, you want to leave this zone. Because if this just fails and starts continuing down, it will be shitty, you know? Yeah. I mean, with that idea, it does make sense to continue at least back up to 800s here. Something like that. No, 800s, like minimum 600s or something. But we'd really want this to leave this high again. Because if you look at it and you actually draw a line, it didn't break the high. This high here, which was our last rejection high. Did break these highs, which is good, but we kind of wanted to break the rejection highs as well. So we'd have to see. But yeah, obviously it would be nice. You can see how many rejections coming from this zone, right? Fake outs, many fake outs coming from the zone. This is an example of a fake out. So we'll see. I wish this 500 level wasn't here, then we would have a lot smoother zone. It's kind of like that iffy zone that you know price can just quickly react off. Especially with 18 pip, 20 pip stop loss. And 4 pips to this. We'll see. 5 minutes for the candle to close below potentially. Yeah, GU is sleeping today, guys. So we need GU to wake up a little bit. It's between GJ or gold, I guess. And the problem is that we don't have different options because GJ is moving like gold. So it's literally whichever one you want. Both are moving pretty much the same, right? Gold moving down, GJ moving down. If gold moves up right now, GJ will move up. So yeah, we'll have to see. GJ goes up maybe. We'll have to see. We need supports to form. At the moment, it does look more like a little bit bearish pressure, as we can obviously see. So yeah, we'll see if we can entertain sells here for the short term. We're in a range at the moment. We're sitting kind of in the middle of the range. Well, we are in the middle of the range. Now, normally, if we're looking at range trading, that's the most inconsistent part of the range, is going to be the middle of the range. So we just want to be careful in this zone. Right now, we're tapped into our rejection zone. So this will give us great information to see if this is going to be a rejection or if it's going to close below and give an option for us to attempt or be a little bit aggressive with trying to sell this back down to the bottom of the range. Sideways up on gold, confirm or not? I think gold, yeah, gold can definitely be Gold, we need to, the upside has a lot more resistance than downside right now, but we are at the bottom of the range. So yeah, potential sideways first, create accumulation, get above 2650, and then you'll see upside. Harry Kane, which prop firm do you recommend? Stick to the big guys, you know, FTMOs, 5%ers we've had people take and pass, a few other firms as well. Guys, come on, like up the stream. 10 likes, it's not good enough for what he's teaching us. Or a little come tickle, or I'll come tickle your toes. Shit, man. Why are they moving similar? This will have to do with the yen, right? So when we see gold, gold is an asset like a safe haven asset, so is the yen. So it's just money flows going in and out of safe haven assets. So it's traders correlating safe haven assets would be my assumption, because that's the way it's being driven right now. It's not GBP driven because GBP USD is not moving the same. So yeah, we'll have to see. Would you ever stop scalping and only start swing trading? I would do what I'm doing now, is create that mix, that hybrid. I do think swing trading is great because it can allow sometimes for you to the problem with swing trading is like options take time, it takes time to play out, whereas, and then, you know, you're monitoring it, whereas when you, this is not really scalping, we're just session trading. Session trading could be quite nice to you know, come into the session, take a trade, and then get on with your day. Like, it's a very, very ideal way. It also doesn't allow overexposure in the market, you know, because you can be in a swing trade for like 5 days, and after 5 days, 6 days, you get stopped out. And it's like, holy crap, like you've had to sit 6 days just to be stopped out. You know, of course, in the meantime, you could take another trade, you know, and when it plays out, it's good. But I think diversification is going to be better, because I rather know if I'm wrong or right quickly, and also be able to actively, you know, there's different times for different methods, I would say. Look at this rejection, guys, right? Look at this rejection. This zone is telling me this zone is deadly. This is the second time we've rejected this zone. Second time we've rejected this zone. It's even tempting to try buy this from here because of how many times we're rejecting. Only issue is stop loss is really pretty big, guys. So upside ranges is small, but stop loss is big. How big is stop loss? Around 20 pips. Upside here is around 10 pips. So yeah, it's tight. It's tight, it's tight. And we're sitting at 4-hour resistance, right? Yeah. We're actually sitting between the two hardest spots in the market right now. We're sitting between 4-hour resistance and 4-hour support. We need to leave one of them. We need to leave one of them. Trading it here is where inconsistencies will be, to be honest. But you can try to trade back to 4-hour resistance, but if it rejects it again, which is a possibility, it's just going to be a waste of commission at that point. All right, 1 hour open here, 1 hour close bearish. So yeah, 1 hour close bearish here, making its top wick at the moment. 30-minute close bullish here, also making its top wick. I do expect it to make a bottom wick here, probably after retesting probably this zone. If it is going to pop up now, I expect it to retest around 800, something like this. 800s to maybe 850s, and then maybe attempt to make its bottom wick. It would be great to have a bottom wick on the 1 hour time frame, so when we leave this zone, we can take the buys. But yeah, this is not a bad thing for us. The more it goes to leave the range, the better, right? So yeah, would have been nice here to get that bottom wick. I'll check it on my broker. If we do have a bottom wick on broker, it would be better for us taking buys today. Let's have a look. We actually do. We do have one on the broker. Yeah. So we do have a bottom wick on broker, so it will be valid for taking buys, which is nice. Which is nice. So yeah, this is good. This is good. Can we leave the range? Get above this here. Can we leave the range is the question. We can look for buys. If stops were smaller, I quite like the close on gold. Yeah, it is a nice close. I mean, you could try trade to the resistance and just see what happens there. I mean, you know, it's okay to be break even. 13 pips, 30 pips. Like, where would your 1-to-1 be though? To 1 would be, yeah, top of range here. Yeah, I mean, you could see what happens there. So we got a little pop here, right? We got a little pop. Now it's up to price. What does price want to do? Does it want to retrace all the way back down? Or can we actually leave? Can we leave the range here? I saw Toy Trades wants to give 50,000 Apex funding challenge, but there's been so many bad reviews on that prop firm. Many people got refused payouts for no reason. I was so tempted to join, but the giveaway, but it's fishy. Are they affiliated with Apex? Or are they just doing it out of goodwill? Because they're affiliated with Apex, and obviously they're going to promote it, right? Swing traders usually focus more than 2 to 3 pairs. They have like 8 and focus on the 4-hour time frame with a mechanical approach. No, not always mechanical approach. A lot of swing traders focus on fundamentals, as when you're swing trading, your exposure in the market is a lot higher time frame, and fundamentals are going to be important. You need to have a fundamental, like for example, long-term shorting gold. You think long-term shorting gold is going to be fundamentally solid idea, you know, in these type of market conditions? Probably not, you know. So obviously to short gold, you can short gold, but what is going to be the fundamental catalyst to short gold? Interest rate reductions, what is going to be, or interest rates staying higher for longer would be a fundamental catalyst to short gold higher time frame. Hey boss, can you give me your insight about GPNZD? What are you looking for on GPNZD? Do I even have it on my side list? I don't. What are you looking for? What's your plan on GPNZD? Then I can tell you if I agree. So at least we have bottom wick on my broker, which is good. It will allow us to take buys up here, even if this 1 hour doesn't make a bottom wick on this broker, or my broker does have. So that's where I get my data from, and that's who I trust overall. So as that's what I've used to trade over the years. Oh, Wanda has a bottom wick? Yeah, Wanda probably would. Yeah, Wanda looks the same. Has a gap. That's the only problem with the Wanda, is the gaps. Saxo? Yeah, brokers have bottom wicks. That's fine. I'm just saying, but I mean, for us, we needed obviously more time to get in. You saw how this opened. If we were looking for that buy option, and it's with 10 pips here to the top of the range. I mean, it would have allowed you to get to break even right now, and you'd be sitting at break even. You'd just be waiting to see what happens. Got stopped on Geo. I think my SL was correct. Just not a place to trade, man. Not a place to trade. You know, we're ranging. You have to identify a range. This is the problem with inconsistencies in the range. If this was a big range, we were trending, fine. But you can't be taking, this is what I said, avoid it. Avoid trading inside of the range. It's tough. It's tough to trade inside of a range, especially when we're chopping. This is where the inconsistency will catch you out, right? This is where the chopping inconsistency will catch you out. And in order to avoid that inconsistency, you need to run bigger stop loss. And obviously with bigger stop loss, it's hard to get that one-to-one, you know? You want to sell GPNZD. I don't have it on my list here. We could quickly look. Does it make sense to sell? Well, first thing I do is check his daily. Daily's on a breakout and you want to sell. 4-hour time frame is also trying to break out here. Have tapped into this zone. I think for you to sell, man, you're going to need some form of change of structure. 1 hour looks extremely bullish. Minimum you need to see price break below, not break, close below this 2.137 before even considering sells. Nothing here is indicating that price wants to go down. If anything, it's more bullish than bearish at the moment. I missed the breakdown. All good, brother, all good. Don't worry about it. Man, look at this. Reject upper range, straight back into where we could have entered here. Gold is struggling. See what GU is doing here. GU, yeah, just... GU, I'm not going to touch till it actually makes a move. Bro, you have 5-6 pips stop loss. That's fine on GU, man. Maya, it's okay to have that on GU. You just need, obviously, the ranges there. We're just ranging, so it's not going to make sense. Not going to make sense to be ranging. Thoughts on oil? Yeah, I was looking at oil yesterday for swing positions. Had tapped into my zone from yesterday, which was very interesting. Set off my alert. You can see it tapped into that zone. So potential pullbacks could start from here. We just need to see some form of daily resistance or changes of structure. And then, yeah, potentially we could start to, you know, we have bounced off macro lows here. You know, so this could be a setup for a higher low. You know, coming through here, especially if we tap back into these zones here. That's a nice higher low setup, but pullbacks from here, not crazy, but we need change of structure. If during volume time, probably yes. Oh yeah, in Asian, yeah, for sure. Asian, that is the rules of Asian, right? Give yourself a little bit wider stop. You are correct, yeah. Very strong close on Dixie weekly here. Does warrant some USD strength. Right now we tapped into the zone. So if it wants to create resistance, we could see pullbacks here. We could see pullbacks. Before continuing down. We've actually broke pretty heavy trend here that we were running here, right? We broke this pretty heavy trend. Wow, GJ made it back all the way to our potential entry, right? That's insane. So all of that to be stopped out break even is a bit boring, isn't it? But if we do get below here after this second liquidity grab to the highs, sells can make sense, but you can see what I mean, the ranges. How many alerts can you have in TradingView Premium? Bro, I have so many alerts. I don't, at once I don't put so much, but I'm not sure. Would you say for swing trading, 4-hour support and resistance levels best in terms of identifying our areas of bounce or reverse? Yeah, my swing trading is the exact same way I trade now, but I look at specific zones. I need price to come back to specific zones. That's how I trade when I swing. So yeah, you use, for those zones, I use daily and 4-hour. That's how those zones are identified. I'm actually planning 1 or 2 swing trades at the moment. I'll let the guys in the exclusive know what I'm planning. I'm just having a look at how they develop. It's slow. It's not slow, but it's like, you know, it's actually quite nice because it takes time for it to develop. Alright, will you have a break from live trading over the upcoming holiday period? You mean like in December? Yes, Lanston, I'm looking at that, Lanston. Do you normally look at BTC too? I do look at BTC, but not for swing trading. I'm just an investor in it. Yeah. Not so close? Yeah. That's why I'm just double checking. Yeah, I will probably take a break then. Generally, end of December, not the best time to trade anyways. Holiday period, first week of the year, not good. But yeah, last year I didn't really take a break because the group was new. So I was, you know, doing a lot of teaching, making the exclusive content. But this year, probably take a week off or something. Week and a half. But the good thing is the software I use for the group, I can so you will be credited all of that, so you don't even need, like, your subscriptions will be paused, so it will be super good like that. So everyone can just take time off and basically get free time in the group for, you know, 1.5 weeks or something till I come back, till we're back in action. So that's a very useful tool. Bro, have you calculated how much money you've made this year so far? Yeah, of course I keep that. It's very important to know how much money you're making. And yeah, of course I've calculated that. Of course. I feel like since I made the switch to swing from scalping, I do notice it takes time but higher chances of winning trades. I don't know, mind playing games or just scalping is bad. Well, remember, not everyone is made for scalping. Not everyone is made for swing trading. For me, I personally found a balance between both as of recent, as I actually originated from swing trading because that's how I used to trade Bitcoin when I first started trading. So it was natural to me, but I do enjoy, I'm not a scalper though. We just trade intraday, not intraday, but we trade a session type trade. It's not like a scalp on very low time frames. We're just using a daily picture and executing that on a daily, during a session. But I think definitely my diversification of recent into swing trading can be something that pays a lot of dividends long term. You always have to think about things long term in trading. Nothing is short term. Money is not going to be made short term. It's all long term, because quick money is going to be quick losses in the future. And again, at the end of the day, you know, there's a percentage of people in this market who make good money very quick but end up losing it sometime down the line. So yeah, even though you made money now, if you're losing it in the future, it's not really like you made money. You're going in circles. So it's something really important to understand, you know. This is what set Warren Buffett and all of these big traders ahead, right? You know, Soros as well. If you read about Soros, huge leaps they made because they were patient, you know, to swing at their shot. What are we waiting for gold price towards the LTA? Well, gold now is struggling to continue up. So as we said, there's not really very good upside range, which is not really why we want to take buys today until we get above 50. But sells below here could be an option if we start to break down. We could look at that, as we do have a nice clean zone and maybe can execute and do that, you know. What's the best situation to do scalping if you're a beginner? I don't believe scalping is actually profitable, to be honest. I haven't seen a lower time frame scalper do well long term. I could be wrong, but I just don't see a picture of scalping with so much inconsistencies in and out of the market every single day, super quick, and be profitable. Like, I don't know one of them. Like, I really don't. And I've been in this market for a long time. You need to have a full picture from higher time frame and just trade what the bigger picture and trade the smaller picture, which will eventually lead into the bigger picture. But you need to have that type of process, not just be trading a tiny process on lower time frames, you know. I think it's extremely important. Like, people taking 6, 7, 8 positions a day, it's just, I don't see that being profitable. I really don't see that being profitable. I could probably assure you, I can assure you. Yeah, there'll be times where they kill it, but it's also heavy stress. Like, the last thing I want to be doing is jumping in and out of the market. Like, think long term. Do you want to be jumping in and out of the market 6, 7 times with like $5,000 risk, $2,000 risk? Like, holy crap, you have a bad day, lose all your trades, you're down, like, with $2,000 risk, you're down 10K, 15K. Yeah, fine. Could also be up that, but that's not longevity, because you're going to get mentally tired. Yeah, you'll get mentally tired. Like, we have to consider that. It will play a role in your trading. It will play a role in your trading. Anyways, guys, I'm going to go to the toilet. I'll be back 1 second. I'll play a little clip for you guys. And right about now, I've closed full. Close full there. About to close full soon, guys. You'll see it when I close full. I close full there. I'm done. No greediness. Nice, nice, nice. You know what? I'm done. I'm closing it here. There, closed. Beautiful push, 17 pips. Okay, I'm not greedy. I'm out. Let's go, guys. I'm out. Listen to the beautiful sound of close. And look what I did, because I'm a naughty trader. I added a second entry, and we'll hear that close as well. Thank you very much. Coming very close to stop loss. I'm watching it. If this 1 minute doesn't reject, then it's gonna be me out. And yeah, that's me out. GG, well done. Boom, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Let's go. You know what? I'm taking it, guys. I'm taking. I took it there. There we go. Nice. I'm out, guys. Let's go. Okay, here we go. I'm out. That's it. Finally. Thank you, gold. And TP is on the way. Let's go. You know what? I'm out, bitch. Thank you very much, sir. And right about now, I've closed full. Close full there. About to close full soon, guys. You'll see it when I close full. I close full there. I'm done. No greediness. Nice. You know what? I'm done. I'm closing it here. There, closed. Beautiful push, 17 pips. Okay, I'm not greedy. I'm out. Let's go, guys. I'm out. Listen to the beautiful sound of close. And look what I did, because I'm a naughty trader. I added a second entry, and we'll hear that close as well. Alright, I'm back. We got clips now for Be Right Back? Yeah, we do. We got a little clips. Swing is best, not much stressing as scalping. Depend if you find stress holding a position in drawdown for 5, 6, 7 days just to lose. Like, that's, some people don't find that stressful. Some people find that stressful. Might be nicer just to get an over and be done with the position. In your opinion, is swing trading also applicable for indices, US 30, NASDAQ? Yeah, it is, definitely. Because you say it's highly volatile, but remember, by going onto the higher time frames, you're going to reduce that volatility because you trade higher time frames. You see, the volatility happens on the lower time frames when you're, seeing massive candles, but you step a time frame up, it's good. Naughty traders back, yeah, just some highlights from, obviously our good moments on stream, bad moments, all of that stuff. When markets are not ranging like this, little clip. Maybe the sells come through here, right? We have to keep that in mind. How much is swap fees for 1 day in swing holding? So depends which direction you take. If you take, let's say you take longs in GBP JPY, right? If you take longs in GBP JPY, you're going to be paid to hold. You're going to be paid to hold. You take shorts in Euro NZD, you're going to be paid to hold. I thought your style of trading is scalping, so what would you call your style? Depends how you define scalping. So if you define scalping as taking multiple short-term positions during a day, that's not what I do, right? I'm a session trader. That's what you would call my trading, is session trading. I'm looking for one move during the session. That is what I'm looking for. Alright, if GJ closes bullish, can I take buy to fill the wick? It's a bit tough, man. You're buying when at 4-hour resistance. You can see the inconsistency, right? Look at the inconsistency. It literally popped up just to reject. Are you comfortable buying after all these rejections? You're gambling a little bit here, although yes, it can work out if price wants to respect this zone. Again, it's just not a method I really do because I don't know the probabilities of that. It's not something I would have tested, right? How many times are we able to fill a wick that has already been rejected from? So you always talk to yourself and think ahead. I'm trying to get a wick fill that has rejected a zone that's rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many times has the wick been filled after rejecting this zone? Let's have a look. This one left a wick, was never filled. Left a wick, never filled. This one left a wick, never filled. You see what I'm saying? Gold no top wick, potential liquidity grab. It could be, yeah. I do think we have a nipple wick. I'll double check on broker. Yeah, no top wick on broker. Yeah, it could be. Could be for sure. What time frame is that on though? It's only on a 15, so if 15 closes in 7 minutes bearish, we'll invalidate that. We'll invalidate that. So can you do a swing with $100 in your account? Yeah, but then expect to make how much money? The good thing with swing trades is that your lot size will be very small because your stop losses are bigger with swing trading as well, right? So since your stop loss is bigger, you will see that your lot size is smaller, so commission will be smaller. So you'd probably be using on a $100 account like a 0.01 lot. You know, 100 pip stop loss will be $10. You are risking overall a lot more. But hey, if you know, I mean, $100 is just for practice. First time I see that EU GU have different bias. EU is bullish, GU is bearish right now. Yeah, that happens. That's pretty much normal. I mean, GU is just ranging. We know that. In terms of price action. All right, GJ trying to break down here. 6 minutes for this candle to close. Is this the liquidity grab we needed to continue bearish today? Find out in this episode here. Find out in 6 minutes. But to swing, you need nice RR. Yeah, 1 to 2 is pretty good. One more question regarding swing. When marking support and resistance on daily and 4 hour, do you still mark the bodies? Yeah, of course, same. Listen, what we're doing right now on lower time frame is applied to higher time frame. The candles form the same on lower time frame like they form on higher time frame. The only difference is that I'm doing this from zones. So for example, I'm not going to take a swing trade. I'm not going to take a swing trade right here. There's no point for me to take a buy swing trade right here because I don't know this is happening. And also I'm buying at a random zone in the middle of the market. It's like the worst zone to buy at, in the middle of the market. Whereas buying from zones down here is going to be where your swing trades come from. Alright, this 5 minutes still respecting the support here, no top wick. So we need to wait for this next 5 minute close, which will be the 15-minute close and 30-minute close. Why do you drag certain zones? Like when you go to 30-minute, you move the 4 hour to the 30? Because I know I won't be trading that zone. Like let's say the 4 hour is here and the 30-minute is here. This is too small of a zone. It's maybe 4 pips. I know I won't be trading from here to here. I know I'll be trading above the 30, so I just move this line to here so I don't have 2 lines on my chart. If you notice, I like to keep my chart very clean. In the zone I'm trading today, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. 4 lines in the zone I'm trading. Lol, if $100 is for practicing, what about me with $50 account? Yeah, you're also practicing, right? Like, let's be honest, unless you risk heavy amounts of the account, which is a little bit gambling, like unless you risk 100% of the account, it's gonna be practice, right? Because you'll be making half a dollar per trade, $1 per trade, you know, slowly growing it. So you're basically practicing. You can double that account, no problem, especially if you start risking 5-10% of the account, but you need to be good first, right? Before risking 10%. And then you can look to double your account, because if you risk 10%, you can easily double your account, risking 10% once a month, right? You can double your account. But again, you'll have heavy losing streaks that, you know, 5 trade loss, you know, you're down 50% of your account. I mean, let's say at my level, so over the last 1.5 years, of me trading on live stream here, the biggest losing streak I've had is 3 trades in a row. So obviously that's not bad in 1.5 years. So you could consider, if I risked 10%, then the upside I would have had was insane, right? I would have had an insane upside. And now then when I get hit with a 3 trade losing streak would be a 30% drawdown, but the upside would have well exceeded that. That's good in hindsight, but the problem is, do you have the psychology to handle that type of risk? Probably not, right? Probably not. It's pretty heavy on the psychological side for me to be risking 10% per trade. 2 minutes for this candle to close. You can see how strong this zone is. See if it wants to close in a minute or so. Looking like it's rejecting here last 30 seconds. We'll have to see. Have to see what price wants to do here. Especially if it closes back inside this 5-minute zone, it's going to be extremely tough to look for a trade until we at least close below. Ooh, interesting close here. 30-minute close below though. We do have a 30-minute close below. 5-minute closed below its zone here as well. This is a tough scenario here. Tough scenario. We need to make a decision and make a decision fast. Didn't close below here, didn't close below. But 30-minute, we'd have to rely on 30-minute. Now that it's coming back up, we can possibly look to take it on rebreak or reflip here. I want bigger top wick. Yeah, bigger top wick would be warranted here. Also, when it re-breaks the previous zone here, could also be an option. How much we have to 500? About 3-4 pips. With volume, we'd have to just push through. Took it half, it stops above 15. Yeah, I'm still waiting. Maybe I was looking, actually, maybe this 5 closing below the zone. If I go aggressive, now that we've created this 1 minute retest, I want to see it break this low. Then I might take it. This is what I wanted to see, the rejection. Waiting for 5 minute myself, yeah, I feel the 5 minute here could be worth it because we know this zone. The only thing that we have confidence is 30 close below its resistances. One minute close bearish here, possibly breaking this lows can give it a shot. Let's see. Five minute did close below now, so we do have that 5 minute. Yeah, good top wick here. I'll attempt to sell, guys. I'll attempt to sell if we break this low here. If we break this sell low, we'll attempt. That's my plan. Put stop loss above the 15 minute resistance. Yeah, that'll be the plan. Especially after this bottom wick. Tricky as GJ is in the middle of the range. Yeah. What's gold doing at the moment? Gold also closed below here, but much deeper close than GJ, right? No bottom wick on this as well. I think with gold, if I took this, definitely would have been break even. Overall, GJ is tricky today. But we have good top wick now. Nicely avoided on GJ. Yeah, a little bit of patience today. This is where it pays off. That zone, man, it's a deadly zone. We need the confirmation, and that's what I was waiting for. 5 close below or the 1 minute structure, which we did create now. Now that we broke it, it's fine. If we're breaking this structure, it has no reason to go up. Now, if this 5 minute candle closes bullish back inside the range like this, it's a different trade. We kind of have to wait. I was hoping, the whole reason that the idea behind this trade I'm looking to take, no bottom wick on the 5 as well. This was making a great top wick, has a high chance to flip and come down. So I was looking for that. No trade is a trade. Well, very close we were to get triggered here if this wanted to flip. I had my sell order ready. But if it doesn't want to trigger me, then there's nothing I can do about that. That's the whole point. We avoided a potential loss by waiting here. Waiting for the 5 close below, which we got. Waiting for the 1 minute structure, which we got. All we needed was the entry. Now, if price doesn't want to give us the entry, that's what we're avoiding here. We're keeping safe. So you're going to enter in the 5 minute? No, it's a 15 minute trade, but I just wanted the extra confirmation because the 15 minute didn't close below that zone. Alright, 5 minute candle close here. Close pretty strong bullish, so I'm going to wait for a little bit more information. I don't want this to wick down now, trigger us, and then do this. It would be extremely unlucky. So I'll wait for maybe 1 minute candle closes below here, something like that. Also no top wick on 5, so I don't want to be triggered and then it goes makes its top wick and I have to sit in stupid drawdown when I can avoid that. So we'll wait. Also this 15 minute candle here closes in 4 minutes, so we could get a setup 3 here. Setup 3 could come through. So let's see how this forms. I'll be watching lower time frame. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, now we have the top wick, which is nice. So this is what you have to understand, is that this wick, if price wants to be nasty, it will come and it will trigger you in on that bottom wick. Tap 500 on FXCM. Let me have a look at broker. Broker tapped 515. $512 on yours? Yeah, 512, 515. That's all right. One minute for this candle to close. See how it closes. I want to see the 5 close a little bit stronger than this. Oh, it's listening to me. Oh, not anymore. Right, pretty weak 15-minute candle close here. It's not a bad close here for setup 3. How did that close on broker? Pretty much the same. Good top wick here. If we're gonna take sells, we need break of this low. Any tips on your stops? What did you take? Oh, you got in on that gold? Yeah, B wouldn't be a bad idea here. How's gold doing? Oh, wow. That's unlucky that we didn't catch this. Probably would have been break even though. There's big stops. How big was gold stops here? Let me have a look. 48. Okay, yeah. Probably wouldn't have taken that. GU still doing nothing. I guess GJ is our option here, but let's see. How do you aim for a specific risk to reward, or do you make big enough capital to pips you catch? No, I aim for as much as I can to get 1-to-1 plus, but I actually aim for targets in the market. That's mainly where I aim. I aim for targets in the market. Guys, I'm potentially planning to enter break of this lowest low here. This is what I'm looking to prepare. Put stop loss above 4-hour support, 15 pip stop. So a tighter stop, as I don't expect it to break the low and then need to break through this. So yeah, I just target what the market gives, but obviously, you know, 1-to-1 is going to be beneficial. Recently, it's been hard to push 1-to-1s in some tight ranges like this. So you kind of have to take what you get. Check Euro USD. I'm not trading Euro USD. If you have a plan for Euro USD, then good luck. GJ is struggling, man. Struggling to break this support. 30-minute closes in 11 minutes here. 1 hour close will look good if we can close bearish. If this 5-minute can flip and close below right now, would be great. Gold is still continuing its sell-off here. Shame about gold. Alright, 1 minute, let's see what we can do. Can we close below deeper? Alright, let's see if we get top wick and can break this low. I'll look to take an entry. I do have a nipple wick on my broker on this 5 for bottom wick. There is a nipple, so I'll still count that. What's the difference here? Yeah, looking for a break of this low to continue down bearish. 1.4 pips, yeah. Can we break? All right. Can we break? Come on. There we go. Broke it on my broker. Attempting a short here. Stop loss. Pretty much above these rejection highs here. Target down there. Need to watch the 500 level, that's the area of concern. See how we react at 500. Alright, we tap 500 here. For me, I'm gonna move stops here. Oh, my camera died. That's not good, my camera died. Let me fix my camera. Worst time for it to die. There we go. So yeah, see if we can push down a little bit more. We need to get below this 500 level. 2 minutes for this candle to close, and we need to get below that. Struggling at the 500 level here. Can we push below is the question. We need a nice little pop. Once we have a pop, should be good. Let's see how this 5 minute candle closes. 5 minute has to close below 500. If it doesn't close below 500, we have problems. I might have to look to manage the trade. Otherwise, we look fine. There we go. Nice little pop. Can we complete this, please? Below 500. Right, stops close below here, gonna be around mental break even here. If you look on lower time frame, we have this 1 minute structure, watching it to respect that. So basically mental break even, right? Mental break even says allows to bounce off entry, but no above entry. So let's see if we can break this 5 minute low. Breaking the 5 minute low will allow me to be hard break even. So I don't mind a small retest. What we'd like to see is breaking the 5 minute low. We need to break the 5 minute low. Can we break the 5 minute low? Because we want to be away from our entry before the 1 hour close. Right, that tapped my entry and rejected. So yeah, that's my mental break even tapped. So now if we don't break the lows, this is where mental break even's tapped. So if we come back and break this high, I'll have to be out. Come on, respect it, respect it. Respect. Okay, we're still respecting it. Hopefully we can flip down. Let's see. Let's see, let's see. It's doing a whole lot of nothing at the moment. But hopefully we'll be okay for London Open. Right, rebroke its high there, rebroke its high. But yeah, that took me out break even there. So I closed that at break even, unfortunately, guys. I'm out break even. No follow through, no follow through. I'm not seeing follow through, too close to the 1 hour open. I'm a little bit worried about 1 hour pullbacks. Don't want to be stopped out on this, so I'm deciding to close break even here until we get more confirmation here. Until we get more confirmation. Let's see how the 1 hour candle opens and we can see if we can find another entry or not. But that's going to be my plan. As you can see, yeah, it's dry, man. I mean, where's the volume here? What is this push? Like a 5 pip push? 5 pip push, yeah. I think you're selling too early. Well, we had to give it the shot. I think it was worth the shot. So, yeah. Only way I can re-enter now is probably on lower time frame or 1 hour. If 1 hour opens no top wick, I mean no bottom wick, and then on the flip, that's the only way I can enter. So we'll see about that. But yeah, break even trade, I'll take it. I still do believe it can go down. It's just we need to be careful with 1 hour open, right? Need to be careful with 1 hour open. I got nice execution on that. As you can see, this is the problem, right? Look at this. My broker has a bottom wick, but you can see where I closed. Literally took the trade, break of low, closed exactly where it was. Nice little flip this actually. Oh wow, this is pretty nice. Is it worth it? Re-break of lows here. It is a tough range. It is a tough range. Once it broke lows here, we would have gone break even again, and now we would have been stopped out break even. So I think it would have been inevitable if we're being aggressive break even. I'm just wondering if a re-break of lows would be good. Yep, there it goes. I re-entered. Good luck, good luck. Joel, watch this zone. Yeah, now it's driving, man. That's tough. Tough, tough. I guess you have to hold through that 1 hour pullback. Stop loss or TP. But now let's see, guys. Wait. We would have been break even. It tapped our zone. Look, watch. Now we would have 100% gone break even. Watch this shit come back to break even. Watch it. Watch it come back to break even. Out BE? Yeah. I'm telling you, it's jumping around, man. It's jumping around. Trust me, long term, this will protect us. Like now it might be like, oh shit, but this wick could have been a loss. Like this will protect us long term. You know, so it's just something we have to follow here. What to do? Follow the process and we reap the rewards. Wow. This thing doesn't want to go down, man. It just doesn't want to give any push. So how big was that total push, so we can see? From our entry, that push was like 10 pips exactly. So if you secured exactly at the bottom, you would catch 10 pips here. Otherwise, it's just chop. So regarding that we're in a range today, we managed it extremely well being inside of this range. Because ranges are going to be inconsistent here, so we need to be consistent with our trading and our rules in order to be protected in such a range. We do all of that, we end up coming out a winner because, look, we had great opportunity today to make profits. Unfortunately, there was no follow through because of the range we're being in. Now, if you look at gold, man, there was great follow through even though gold was in a range. Right? Even though gold was in the range, there was great follow through. So I guess it's just a GJ thing today. It's just a GJ thing. I'm quite not liking how GJ is not giving, you know. I felt bad when I hit my B. This is the first time. I'm now very satisfied because it's messing around. Yeah, it is. You don't know. This is making you uncertain. Either you accept full stop loss, which I'm not going to do in a range. It's been a while for me personally to get a smooth continuation push trade. Yeah, the only problem we're in a range. Like look at gold's trade. That's a smooth continuation push trade, right? Pretty straightforward. Even if you entered here sat at mental, it's very smooth continuation push type trade. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Full margin Tuesday. Yeah, it seems like it. News for USD. Oh, is that what's happening? Yeah, I think we have some USD news here. Oh, yeah. Why is he speaking late at night? I wonder what time it is in the US. I wonder what time it is in the US. What news is this? Incoming data 3 a.m. Bro, why is he speaking at 3 a.m. bro? What's he doing? What is he doing? This news will affect GJ, guys. This should start moving GJ down. Yeah, this news will affect GJ. We are seeing it move down a little bit here. I wonder if the news is going to be heavy enough that it's worth taking one more sell. Ah, a bit late. 11 pips for 13 pips. I wonder if it would be worth it. But yeah, this news volume is going to come through here. This news volume is going to come through here. He's on drugs? Bro, I don't know what he's doing at 3 a.m. bro. It's 3 a.m. bro. Like, what is he doing? It's 3 a.m. Move SL to hard BE now. All right, nice. What news we have? We have some speeches going on here. Some speeches. Who is he? Fed, but Fed is Federal Reserve, right? Oh, he's probably in Frankfurt. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Anyone in YouTube chat hold the trade today? Anyone held this trade? Man, I wish we didn't. I wish we had this push before our exit. Hell just closed. Yeah, good close. Should be closing up. Look at that. So this is impulsive move. It's very, very interesting. B, yeah, I was B. I think this is gonna be my option here today for sure. B. I would break my plan today if I didn't move break even on that. I would break my plan. Tapping below 500, selling into key level. You can see the rejection coming through here. You can see the rejection. Out at B, unlucky, unlucky Lanston. You were holding though, right? You were holding. You just got out at B or you got out at B with me? Oh, now. I see, I see. Where did you enter? Break of these 5-minute lows, I'm guessing? Oh, bigger SL. Okay, okay. That makes sense. Look at this, man. Literally tap and now I watch it fly. What's the link to the news? Just type in Google financialjuice.com. You can read that. You can read Financial Juice. Getting a bit of a retracement on gold here as well. Where can we find re-entries? Yeah, this does test. Good sign for gold buys. I'll be careful. I think gold was not messy. It moved pretty nicely here through the ranges, but this last move was supported by news. This had no bottom wick. I want to check how that looked on my broker. It did have no bottom wick on my broker as well, so interesting to see. Did we take GJ as planned? We did take GJ as planned. We did. Messed about a lot though. Messed about a lot. Lot of bounces up and down. Does top wick not indicate strong bearish direction? Well, it's an unknown, right? It's an unknown, especially if stop loss is up here. Above 15. What's the significance of bottom wick on gold? So when I back tested gold or just trading live now, I noticed that if there was no bottom wick on the candle, the next result would be extremely random. Like it would just reject, or it was just not a consistent. Like look at this. This candle here closes no bottom wick. Next candle rejects. Even though it closed below all the support, you would have marked like this. Look. It has no reason to reject right here, right? You would have marked like this, no reason to reject, but boom, literally rejects. So I noticed that this shit happens a lot with no bottom wick. So that's why I consider it in my trading. I think we can buy GJ now. I think the sells were the option, just hold through the pullback, I guess. Was the option today. Of course, news is helping the move down here, but would it be nice to catch it? We need to be studying ASP as well today. What is that? 24 pip move gave you, no problem. Now we can't really count it. because it has news. Yeah, we're not getting straight pushes. I don't know, because this would have been my hard break-even zone. I don't see myself getting away with this, really. I don't know. It tapped this, it came back up, you remember? No, I don't see myself getting away with this. Unless I just 100% no break-even today, SL or TP. I'm out, got a 1-to-1. Nice one, man. Nice one. You would have reduced SL by 50%. Yeah, my original SL, so this was the original position that we took. Original SL was up here, 20 pips. Target down here, 25. Would have reduced SL by 14, so a little bit less. A little bit less reduced SL. I guess gotta trust the higher time frames. We'll just let it hit SL. Like if you hit a losing streak, hit a losing streak, right? Harry, you did what you felt was best. We were in a range. What could happen? Like you said, benefit long term. Yeah, range trading is hard, guys. Like even coming to a market like this today, look at where we're trading. It's the hardest spot to trade. I'm happy we did get a trade in here, but we have to trade on what we see. If this hit SL, you're gonna be thinking, shit, I should have been aggressive in the range. Price tapped this support here. Look at the rejections we've had from this zone. So it is worth to give the shot, but if we're seeing stuff that doesn't make sense, it's gonna be extremely hard. It's gonna be extremely hard to hold and follow through it. You know? Yeah, this is our buy candle for sure, which we did take the buy, the sell. And then a lot of choppiness here. The spread widen up when London opens? Not really. What was the basis of the move to go break even? We were rejecting 500 and 1 hour open was coming, and we were failing to continue here. So we had to be careful. Trading inside of a range. We've seen the rejections that's been happening. So it's either I go B today, like I said I was being more aggressive, or you just have a plan today not to go break even at all and accept full SL. So it's one or the other. If you had a plan today of break even, 100% you're being tapped break even, no chance. Even when it came all the way down here, it retraced all the way back up to entry. Like from down here, literally that's what happened. So no matter, look at the 1 minute, you'll see, look at these big pullbacks. So no matter what, you're gonna be tapped break even if you had a plan today to go break even. Now, if you plan today not to go break even, if your plan today was not to go break even and accept full SL, which is fine, then you're going to be hitting TP today. But remember, in the future, times where you go break even, you're going to be hitting SL. So you have to be able to mentally understand that and mentally be okay with that, right? Right, gold at the bottom of the range. Change of structure from here, guys, is how we can buy from the bottom of the range. Changes of structure from here. Now, we are moving down bearish. Don't let that leave your mind that, hey, potential we are bottom of range. We can start to look for buys as well from the bottom of the range. For me, Harry, I was up more than 0.7 RR. I must go B after that. No way I'm losing this trade. Yeah, it's just how it works. I mean, think about it. The only way you profit in this trade today is if you don't have a BE plan, because no matter, even I would have been up, 0.8 RR, 0.9 RR, and unless I close there, the only way I profit today is if I just make a plan not to go break even at all. That's the only way. Which I can honestly say is not going to be the case in a range, especially when we're trading in a range. Can you explain the difference between rejection and reaction? This was reaction. Rejection is a candle closing bullish. So this 5-minute candle closing bullish was a rejection. So we rejected something here. That's why we closed bullish. And remember, this is the 1 hour open. 1 hour could have just absolutely came demolished, because realistically 1 hour has to respect the high all the way up here. Doesn't have to care about any of this. And if GJ wants to be nasty like it would, it could retest up here, could retest up here. So this is exactly what happened today, is that we wanted not to retest up here. I would say this would be your last area of concern, right? Which was where original stops were. But again, I adjusted stops a little bit lower. You'd have to keep original stops. Yeah, like I said, the only way is you just leave original stops and leave it like that. So yeah, that's how it is. Even managing risk, closing half. Yeah, closing half is a good tool as well, but you just, when closing half, I like to hold definitely to full TP. Does that make sense? Like you need full TP. Would it be good if you waited for 15-minute close and SL above 15 wick? That's where SL was. That's where SL was already. But even waiting for 15-minute close, when we popped down here to this zone, which was our hard break-even zone, it came back to entry again. Right? Look at the 1 minute from here. Watch. See? Tapped in this zone, came back to entry again. Above entry. So if you went, so that would have been break-even anyways. So as I said, the only way is you just don't go break-even and you accept SL. But I'm not happy with that SL, because this is trading in a range. Trading in a range is a big different game. It's where most people lose trades. All of my losses come from trading in ranges. All of my losses. Respect Harry, I had entered earlier before joining your stream, so that Asia highs got swept, retested Asia lows, just got TP hit. Well done, man. Well done. So yeah, definitely a lot to learn from that though. So you took the trade inside the range? We did. I took the trade in the most riskiest place possible, but it was my only option of today. I took the trade not only in the range, I took the trade in the middle of the range, which is generally the worst place to trade. The only reason I allowed myself to do that is we got double confirmation. We had the 5-minute closing below, and we had a very clean candle here, which was the only reason I had confidence taking it in the range. Were you half risk on this one? No way, I was full risk. If I wanted to go half, I would just not take it anyways, as then it would just be like, what's the point, you know? I like to use half risk when, like, you know, you're having a super good month and you just want to give yourself more options to try expand that month. Yeah, this is running like a horse here today. Running like a horse here today. Yeah, I don't know what to do myself. I think I had to follow my plan. It will go lower. I'm sure it will. It does look like it should push a little bit more here, I can imagine. What time would Asian Open be? Dubai time, just to mark out my Asian high, Asian lows? No, Asian high, Asian lows. Watch the video in the Google Drive about how to mark Asian high, Asian low. It's not the high. Asian high, so you have, there's two different. Asian high, Asian low is just going to be the highest and lowest point before your session. The other part is going to be Asian high and Asian low in terms of structure point, which watch the one in the WOP content, right? Looks like we want to reach this daily support today. So I do think that's next target. Yeah, also the 4-hour support. See how gold is doing, guys. Let's see how gold is doing. Yeah, change of structure we need. So if we can close bearish, next candle close above will allow you to take buys. Guys, YouTube chat, I want to see, how did you guys manage the trade today? How did you guys manage the trade? Did some of you guys hold? Some of you guys get out break even? What was the plan here today? What was the plan? Interested to see. Did you guys take partials, leaving runners? I think overall was an amazing plan. We had the right idea from the morning and it's playing out exactly. Full TP, nice, nice, well done. Yeah, we're seeing this run. I held, all right, take partials and still holding. B was dangerous zone from the beginning, it was. Gold sells was where it was. I think GJ kept up with gold eventually. GJ pushed 63 pips here, so I think it's definitely kept up with it. Not gonna lie, it was either full stop for me, but when I went like 50% of the way, I went break even. Yeah, well for me, see, I had a break even plan today, so there's no way I escaped break even because there's many areas where I would have gone break even and all of those came back to entry. So the only way I escaped today is absolutely no break even. Another plan that I had actually, which was I had moving stop loss to the top of this 5-minute candle high if we could close this candle bearish and break the lows. So if we broke this lows, my plan was going to be to put stop loss on the candle high and just accept a 4 or 5 pip stop loss, as that doesn't really matter, you know. That doesn't really matter. It was quite wild price action, man. We were pumping up and down like crazy. We were pumping up and down like crazy. Like this open came, pumped back up, came back down, pumped back up, came back down. This 1 minute was pumping, if you remember. Yeah, I don't know if I'd escape, because when we pump back down here after the 1 hour flip, I would have been like, okay, I'm break even. Boom, comes back up. So this would be a situation where I should have gone to the bathroom. I should have gone to the bathroom and let it pump up and down like this. That's how it is. I just passed my FTMO second stage. Let's go, man. What, did this trade you get past second stage here? Check gold. I saw gold. I saw gold. Gold again, I'm sticking with my same plan. Either change of structure from buys from here or just let it do its thing. I'm sticking with my same plan. Ah, finally GU moves, huh? Finally it starts to leave this range. Wow, what a melt here on GJ. One that got away. Bathroom is the safest place. Yeah, just leave the chart, you know. Would have been good. Love your work helping people, no problem. As long as we can understand the process behind today, reasonings, you know, it's gonna be important. Hi bro, is the group open? I want to join. The group will open on the 18th, I'm deciding. 18th, around 10 days from now. Yeah, 18th. 18th is when I'm gonna open the group here. So yeah, you'll be able to join then. If you want to, as I always do, another 10 spots only, Then I'll maybe open it on the first, depending on demand. We have room. I just want to control who's coming in, who's going out. If you want to be guaranteed a spot, then it's going to be by waitlist, as we always do. So you'll have to join the waitlist, which is on my website. There you go. I'll put the date. I'll put the date so you guys can be reminded. But yeah, for now we're close. How'd you join the group? Like I just posted above. 500 watching and 300 likes. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? People, hit the like. It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good. Man, would have been good to be able to hold that. It's been interesting because every time we've tried hold trades, we've been punished. But there's no way I get out of this break. Even you put the same trade a year ago, I'm going break even at that zone. That is the zone where I have to go break even. Unless I take full SL. So yeah, I'm happy with my decision. It's just obviously with the trade pushing down here, would have been nice to capitalize off that. At least we are seeing the options. Yeah, it was a great option today. Definitely gave some opportunities. What's crazy to me is this pushed all the way down here. I believe, Harry, this will always be a BE trade because of price revisiting, rejecting our watch levels and coming back to entry. That's what I said. Like, I ran the situations in my head. I thinking 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. And there's no way you don't get out of this. Like, your only way is if you don't have break-even plan today. Like, there's just no way. Is even when you were literally super close to TP, still ended up coming back, but still gave TP. So literally, you had to say, I'm taking full SL today, which obviously is a method, but we've saved a lot of losses. We've saved a lot of losses. Now we need to put this. We need to put this here. Now, obviously, the last trade, the reason I went break even is because of stupid psychology reasons. Why is this? I don't want this, mister. It would be a serious mistake if I didn't move hard BE. It's like breaking my rules. That's my point. If you're trading right now and you're following your rules, you would be break even. Because, guys, we went through the whole journal here. In the whole journal, we went through and we had a look at, right? We had a look at how many times would BE hit SL. And you find that a lot of BEs also hit SL over the years. But there's periods like now, this period, full TP would have been hit, TP would have been hit. This I don't count because this was psychological, not, you know, this was psychological. This would have hit SL. This would have hit SL. So yeah, like if we count this, look, let's count. Full TP hit, break even. TP hit, break even. So 3, 4. 4 trades. How many SLs would have been hit? 1 SL, 2 SL, and 3 SLs. So 4 out of 3 trades. So if we look, total, right? Total BEs that will win. Total BE win. Total BE loss. BE loss. Check this out. Total BE wins that would have, we went BE but hit but would have won is 1, 2, 3, 4, and today 5. Okay, so that's 5. 5. Now let's see SLs that would have been hit. 1 SL, 2, 3, and that's it. So 3 out of 5. So including today. So you can see the numbers are very close. They're very close. A matter of 2 trades, but over time this will even out and you'll probably find 5 over 5. We've done this by the whole time. You know, we've done this over the whole time. Obviously over 1.5 years, so I know the statistics here. So yeah, it's just gonna be a matter of, you know, waiting for the one that gives us the option. Wow, look at this retracement. So yeah, What's the benefit about joining the group? Firstly, you get to join my weekly webinars every single week. You get to join the stream with no delay, right? So you get to join the stream with no delay. You get feedback from me every single day. You get to speak to me on Zoom. You get access to all of this content right here. All of this content you get access to: my fundamental videos, my strategy, my fundamental advanced concepts, my exclusive content, featured webinars that we do, quizzes, all this type of stuff. You get access to all my webinars that we do every week. So in case you can't show up to the webinars, you can just go and watch them back. So there's tons of webinars in here, as you can probably see. And yeah, it's a community, man. You should just read the page. You should read to the page. It's about changing your environment. You change your environment to be in a place where everyone is, you know, working one step towards trying to be better. No one is there to be toxic or anything. All of it is there, man. All of it is there, right? Anyhow, I need to head off now. I appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Hopefully tomorrow we get more of a fluid move, and we'll look to capitalize off that fluid move there. It will come, it will come. Some trades will hit TP, some trades will hit break even. The good thing is we didn't lose, and we're getting back into the swing of things after a little bit of a slower period. So I'm like to see the market speeding up right now. It's good for me to see and pretty exciting. And now it's just about, you know, securing in those profits. Started the week strong, so I do have profits to blow for this week. Not the mindset to have, but I'm not scared to take a position per se. But I will follow my rules, right? I will follow my rules. So yeah, let's see what the rest of the days bring us, and let's see what we can cook a little bit later on as well, if there's any opportunities. Possibly this can line up from some nice higher time frame buys as well, I might look at. So yeah, let's see what ends up happening, guys. I appreciate everyone showing up to stream. Make sure to leave a like before you leave. Leave a subscribe if you're new to show up for future streams. We're here Monday to Friday, and tomorrow, if you guys are nice and we hit, I don't know, a record viewer or something, we'll stream NY. We'll stream NY and we'll take it from there. So yeah, I appreciate everyone showing up. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. See you guys.